Happy Sunday, everybody. Day 3 complete. This is supposed to be the hardest day, or so I've heard. And, obviously I am hungry, but not like having intense hunger pains or anything. Never really have had that. Sticking with it. Hadn't had anything besides water, and I was using the fasting salts with my water, and yesterday it was fine, but I didn't like the water because it was in it, and so I was drinking less of it, which I think was getting me a little dehydrated. So last night was a little rough, which is normal on a 3rd day fast, or at least that's my understanding. And I was up a couple times during the night, and I was like still clearing stuff out of my body. So TMI, but first day I fasted or whatever, like I was just like, I used the restroom, felt like all of it out, but there's probably still some in there. I feel like it came out last night. And I feel better now that I did that. But I was also just not drinking enough water. So I decided to, instead of using the fasting salts in the water, do something a little bit different, which is I ordered on Amazon magnesium and potassium. I just got, nature made. I'm not doing this forever, so I didn't care about the best supplement, but just some of it. And then for sodium, I got Celtic sea salts. So a couple people I've seen that have done long fasts do the Celtic sea salts, and basically it has iron. It has, it's maybe a little bit better quality of salt, but you can also just kind of eat a little bit of it when you're fasting. Just trying something different is kind of fun. It is salty though. Ooh, maybe got too much. Anyway, so I'm switching to that. Let's drink some water here. We'll see how that goes. The reality is, I haven't had any symptoms that would require any of this. Like I haven't had muscle aches, pains, fever, anything. I'm doing mostly as precautionary, not because I feel deficient in anything. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go tomorrow. A lot of people report after day 3 it actually gets easier. So if that's the case and things go well, hopefully I'll go all the way to 7 days. If not, and it gets worse, because it can, then I will stop. We'll see. Playing it day by day. I do want to give a little bit of a context of what I'm doing to everyone. For anyone who's thinking I'm maybe losing my mind, going crazy, reactionary, all those things. Want to highlight that I am a very intentional person. I think through things. I look at 45 different paths and then pick the best one. I weigh risks, right? That's what I do as an architect. That's my day job. And I'm very good at it. I'm doing the same thing here, right? So I've done a lot of research. I didn't, while I was considering fasting earlier, I didn't because of the holidays, but I also wanted to learn more about it. So I spent time learning about it. Generally speaking, doctors don't recommend fasting as a way to heal or anything. But there are doctors who do, right? The reality is fasting is a scientifically proven way to, get your body to kind of reset itself. Doing long fasts, aren't for everyone. And depending on your situation and what you know about your body, you probably need, whoever this is, wants to do fasting, don't just jump in, right? Talk to someone, talk to a doctor, talk to a nutritionist, do your own research. What I always say to everyone is never do anything because someone says to do something. Do it because you understand it. So that goes for if you're hearing from me, don't do anything I tell you to do. If you think what I'm saying makes sense, do your own research. And then if the research checks out, then, do what you want to do, right? That's what I'm doing here in this situation. So for, people who've been following my story for a while, I've been on a plant food diet for a while. I've lost quite a bit of weight. I'm going to lose more from these fasts. But I want to call out a few things that for people who might think I'm, going crazy and just losing it. A healthy body weight for my size for my height is 159 to like 129. I just got into the 150s the other day. So I was like 158, which is more than I was even before. But I'm far from being underweight at this point. Now, if I was to keep losing weight like crazy, then I could run into that risk. But the reality is I have been intentionally not eating high caloric foods to get down to that healthy body weight target. And then once I get there, then I'll go into more of a maintenance approach, and I'm not really going to be losing weight anymore. So basically after this fast, I'm probably not going to be losing weight much because I will have hit where I was targeting, and it'll be more about just maintaining, not gaining, right? And I have every intention of doing that. So it's not a free fall to the bottom, losing my mind. Second, when it comes to fasting, do your research, but the reality is people can go a long time without food. There is risks if you go a long time without food and you drink water, but you are out of whack. You can have issues, and so it's good to have medical supervision. But the world record for the longest fast with water only and maybe like some supplements was back in 1965 through 1966, and it was 382 days. So 3, 5, 7 days, not even close, right? Now, this person had a ton of weight to lose, and so they could go a lot longer. The reality is risk factors for fasting extended periods of time. Most people, just about anyone, can fast a day or two. No risks. And then 3, it's a little on the bubble, but most people can do that too. Post 3, there's a couple things you want to consider. One, are you underweight? Do you have weight to lose? I have weight to lose, so I'm not super concerned about that. The other is, are you on prescription drugs? If you get off prescription drugs while you're fasting, then that could be really bad for you because your body's used to it. Or taking prescription drugs while you're fasting could be bad for you because the dosage is based off the assumption that you're eating food. So those are two things to consider if you're doing a longer fast. Neither of those are true for me. So in my case, I don't have those same risk factors, and I think I should be fine, right? That's my plan. But if I start to have problems, then I will stop early. But so far, I feel pretty good, and I think I'm going to be fine. Hi, Lexi. Do you want to say hi? Mwah! I love you. In other news, the Lions lost, which is a huge bummer. The teams I root for always lose. The Eagles won, which I was also rooting that they would lose. Do you want a hug? And here's Levi. Okay, give me a minute. I'll be right there. I guess they want to watch the show. Anyway, that's it. 3 days down, almost halfway there. Tomorrow I'll be past halfway. I am looking forward to eating. Couple call outs past 2 days. We got kind of a delicious meals for me. I actually wanted that. That was because I wasn't really tempted. I'm not tempted by food because my decision is what it is. Food doesn't really matter. But I was able to smell it, which smelled great. So I was in on the picking of it. Samantha did make cabbage rolls today. That was not tempting, but really the other stuff wasn't tempting either. It was just the smell. So, well, I made a big deal about it because it was kind of fun. It's all good. Anyway, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday.